Just a final question to both of you. You
haven't spoken about Man U, Eamon. What about Man U?
Well, this is the final.
My mate Mourinho.
This is the final question. Manchester United. Now, I thought something really significant happened last week when, against Spurs at Wembley, he took Pogba off. Mourinho took him off with half an hour to go, and in the home game against Huddersfield at the weekend, he left him on the bench. Is there, and this is the question to both of you, to you first, John, is there a place in Manchester United's team for Pogba if Sanchez comes in and plays that wide role on the front three?
Well, I think there's a role for him, Eamon. I don't think Sanchez will interfere with a role he can't play, because Sanchez can play anywhere. And I don't think Sanchez actually, Eamon, like he was the other last week, stuck on the left wing, where he did change in the second half. I think there is a role for Pogba. I think he did it at Juventus, which was down on the left-hand side of midfield, where he doesn't have any great responsibility about running the game. I think the problem with Pogba, and through Mourinho as well, when he signed him, or when he was signed, he was supposed to be the complete midfield player, according to Mourinho. Well, he's not the complete midfield player. The complete midfield player will play in the middle of the field and dictate the game from there. I don't think he's capable of doing that. I think he can be an asset and a plus on the left-hand side of midfield without the responsibility of running the game. I don't think he's capable of running the game, Eamon, in the middle of the field. But I think he could be an asset on the left-hand side, or maybe the right-hand side of midfield, without the real responsibility of running the game.
All right. Well, first of all, I'll point out to you that the left-hand side of midfield for Manchester United is usually occupied by a wing-back, Ashley Young or Shaw. But leave that aside. If you were picking a Manchester United...
No, I'd have to disagree with you there, Eamon. They don't take the midfield role. Obviously, they come into the game as midfield.
They take the space.
Take the left-hand side of midfield.
They take the space.
They're extras on the side of the field.
All right.
But anyway, go on.
If you were picking the Manchester United team tomorrow, would Pogba be in it?
Yeah, he would, Eamon. Yeah, I would have him in the team.
And who would you leave out then?
Well, there's a few that you can leave out. Who's playing? Herrera? They don't have that many in midfield. Anyway, Eamon. He's
a central midfield player. No, well, you'd have to choose, say, between Pogba, Jesse Lingard and Rashford.
Well, they're not midfield players.
Now, they're not like for like.
Huh?
They're not like for like. But neither is Pogba.
No, but we'll get back to the argument. Who would you have?
Where would you play him?
Midfield be in Manchester United?
My midfield in Manchester United would be Matic. Yeah?
Yeah.
I have to think about it.
There's not, Eamon. They don't have that many. That's why I'd have them in the team. That's why I'd have them.
Go on, Liam.
They don't have any what we call knowledgeable, intelligent midfield player. I looked at them against Spurs, and they were so lacking in football intelligence. It was untrue. You know, Pogba hasn't got it. Martial hasn't got it. Lukaku hasn't got it. Lingard hasn't got it. Herrera hasn't got it. None of these guys have got it. Matic is the only one that you can see. Yeah. Well, he knows his position. He knows where he should be in relationship to the ball. John, the others are all totally indisciplined.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on. No, I want to...
Liam asked me the question, would you have Pogba in the team?
Yeah,
right? And I said,
I know. I'm not having a go at you, John.
No, I know you're not having a go. No, in the thing, we're not talking about... We're not talking about...
Pick a midfield for Manchester United.
What? Hello, I want to mention a name.
Let me ask Liam, let me ask the question. Would you have Pogba
Are you asking Liam?
No, I'm asking Liam, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd have Matt.
I would have Pogba in the... I'd have Pogba in the team instead of somebody like Martial. I can't see what he does at all.
That's
Martial.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'd have him in the team.
Give Pogba that free role that you're talking about, where he has no responsibility.
Yeah,
but unless
exactly.
you have a thinking player in the middle of the field who can dictate the play, somebody like Pogba is going to be in discipline all all the time, and the others
can I get
as well. And Sanchez...
Can I get a word in here?
I've seen him enough for Arsenal, Sanchez, because he's indisciplined as well, John. He goes wandering off and he can give the ball away willy-nilly. So I don't think Mourinho is really doing a very good job at Manchester United. He hasn't addressed this problem. He hasn't got the players in.
Right, I want to make an intervention. To answer your question, John, hold on a minute. We're all in this podcast.
Go on.
I would start Juan Mata at Wembley against Spurs last week. I think Mata is a terrific player. He links up play. He's got a goal in him. He creates danger. And he would be, with Matic, key players in midfield. And I think...
Yes, I would agree with that.
Right.
Yeah, go on.
And I can't see a place for Pogba. And I think Liam is right. And I'm not saying you're wrong.
Liam didn't. Liam's agreeing with me.
Liam is saying...
Liam would have Pogba in the team, wouldn't you, Liam?
Yeah, I wouldn't have Matt in the team, by the way. I mean, because I think he can't run anymore. He just... And he doesn't...
He never could run.
He doesn't do anything in the defensive sense for Manchester United. You know, he just doesn't get back. What's needed, and they never replaced him, is a Paul Scholes or Roy Keane in the middle of the park to dictate the play and run the game, and all the others react off of those players. It hasn't happened since those guys have gone, Eamon, and that's why Manchester United will not. They won't be challenging up at the top of the Champions League or the Premiership until it does happen.
Okay, well, John, I have to say in response to what Liam's just said, I can't think of a team in the world who don't need a Paul Scholes or a Roy Keane.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not saying that. I don't know why you're bringing me into that discussion.
No, because I want you.
The question was, would Pogba be in the team?
All right.
And I said he would, and I think Liam is saying he would. I know the deficiency that Manchester United have. That's why he's in the team, Eamon. They don't have any great midfield players, and he's as good as any of them when he's playing in a certain position. You asked me would I have him in the team. I said I would. I'm not saying he was I know he's not the complete midfield player, but with the players that Manchester United have at the moment, I would have him in the team.
Okay.